Did you know some people actually believe otters use money? Yes, you heard it right, money. Now, before you start thinking about otters walking around with little leather wallets, let's paint a picture here. Imagine, if you will, a bustling otter marketplace down at the riverbank. Otters haggling over the price of a particularly shiny pebble, or perhaps a beautifully crafted shell. They're wheeling and dealing, trading stones for twigs, shells for fish. An otter stock exchange, if you will. You've got your high rollers with the most exquisite shells, the ones that just scream otterly wealthy. Then there are the penny pinchers, hoarding pebbles like there's no tomorrow. It's a world of commerce, a veritable otter Wall Street right under our noses. It's an absurd image, isn't it? But it's one that captures the imagination. But do otters really have their own economy? Stick around to find out more. So, otters and money? Not really, but they are collectors of sorts, just not in the way you might think. You see, otters have a rather fascinating habit of collecting small stones and shells. Now, they don't do this for any trading or monetary purposes. No, these crafty critters are not interested in any form of otter Wall Street. Instead, they use these collected items in the most ingenious ways. For instance, they use stones as tools to crack open their meals. Think of it as their personal cutlery set. And when they're not dining, these items double up as playthings. Yes, otters love a good play session, and their collection of stones and shells make for perfect toys. This habit highlights not only their intelligence but their playful nature too. It's a delightful mix that makes otters such a joy to watch. So, no Wall Street for otters, but they sure know how to make the best out of their collections. Now here's another whopper. Some folks believe otters are nature's little fire starters. Imagine that. Picture this, an otter, perched on a log, rubbing two sticks together with an intense focus, as if it's on a mission to ignite the biggest bonfire the animal kingdom has ever seen. You might even imagine them toasting marshmallows and telling ghost stories around the campfire. But, let's face it, this image is as hilarious as it is absurd. Otters, despite being gifted with nimble paws, are certainly not out there starting forest fires. It's a myth that paints an entertaining picture, but it's as far from reality as otters are from becoming the next master chefs. Otters are indeed fascinating creatures with unique abilities and behaviors, but their talents lie elsewhere. So the next time you hear about otters creating fire, remember to take it with a grain of salt. But do otters really have a secret pyromaniac side? Let's dive into the truth. Fire-starting otters? Nah, but they are pretty ingenious in their own way. Let's debunk that myth first. Despite the rumors, otters aren't equipped to start fires, but don't let that dampen your opinion of these clever creatures. They are, in fact, incredibly adaptable and smart. Otters are known to use tools, a rarity in the animal kingdom. They often use rocks to crack open stubborn shells, demonstrating a level of problem-solving skills that's quite impressive. This isn't some random fluke, but a learned behavior passed down generations. And let's not forget, otters are masters of both land and water. They can survive in a variety of habitats, from rivers to seas, and even high-altitude lakes. Their webbed feet and streamlined bodies make them excellent swimmers, while their dense fur offers protection from the cold. So, while they aren't starting any campfires, otters are still quite the survivalists. Now that we've debunked some otter myths, it's time to spread the word about these fascinating creatures. We've laughed at the absurdity of otters as fire starters, marveled at their quirky collecting habits, and admired their incredible adaptability. But there's so much more to these adorable animals than meets the eye. So why not share this otter love with those around you? Let's dispel these funny but false myths and let the true wonderful weirdness of otters shine. Let's talk about otters at dinner tables, during coffee breaks, or even in social media posts. Because the more we understand these creatures, the more we can appreciate the unique role they play in our world. In the grand tapestry of life, every thread matters, and each otter adds its own unique twist of charm and humor. So let's share this newfound appreciation far and wide. Remember, sharing is caring, especially when it comes to our otter friends. Enjoy the rest of your otterly awesome day.